Hi, I'm Kylie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm finishing my reaction to the series Grit, the Making of a Naval Diver, which is all about the Singapore Navy's Special Operation Unit. I believe that these last few episodes, 9 through 12, are going to focus on Hell Week. At the end of the video, I'll offer my full reaction to the whole series. Let's get to it. So in all these episodes, they're speaking English, or I think they call it Singapore English, but I do know they also speak, I think, Mandarin, Tamil, and Malay. Now in the schools, do they teach all those languages, or just the English and Chinese, or the Tamil or Malay? If you know, please drop that in the comments.
This gathering is a special one. It is the calm before the storm. Just hours before the start of Hell Week, the men enjoy a rare relaxed time with their boatmates and even the instructors over some pizza and drinks.
They're gonna need that energy.
Hell Week is a rite of passage all naval divers have to go through to earn their place as elite frogmen in the Naval Diving Unit. As the toughest stretch of the 8-week-long physical training phase, it's a test to see how well these men perform in extreme conditions by giving them an intensive list of tasks to perform.
Experience after 5 days, 1 day will serve you well, not just in what we have to do for the nation, but also for yourself and your family, in your own life. Okay? It is definitely a life-changing event. It will make you a stronger person.
These guys are the guys who we've been going through every boat PT, every evolution. We go through together as one group. So it's been 7 weeks of very, very strong bonding. Hopefully this week will be even stronger.
For Hell Week,
Navy SEALs also have a Hell Week. I believe it's about 5 days or 5.5 days also. So I'm thinking it's going to be very similar to this.
not about like an individual thing. We have to be in a team. Yeah, without one guy, if one guy drops out, it's already a loss.
How many sunrise you should see? Leave this, put this thing in your mind. No matter what, the sun will set.
I think he's my favorite instructor. Want Raj?
Right, to push yourself, motivate yourself.
Yeah.
Right. You get stronger when you motivate people.
He's also a beast.
You believe this? If you can pick yourself up to motivate your body, that means you are doing well. That is your aim.
Also all about teamwork. That's why it's also called Team Building Week.
As the diving instructors make their way up the trainees' bunks, there's uneasy silence. The first explosion of the thunderflash signals the beginning of the most feared training in the combat diver course. Hell Week starts. Though the men are somewhat mentally prepared, nothing can prepare them for this opening act to Hell Week.
U.S. military, we call them side saddle hops.
Chaos, and unrelenting series of tasks start to take a toll on the men's ability to cope or synchronize their movements. The next 5 days will test their ability to work as one, as an integrated team.
What's wrong with you, boat 9? You are the only boat with most people who have not even done a single thing completely. This is 2 minutes to put on your number 4. Your time starts now.
It's all very loud and disorienting.
Are you sure you are ready? If you can show me something better than this on the way to the boat, you will stay with the boat. If not, you will come back here again.
I wonder if it's worse for them when the cameras are turned off. Because the Ministry of Defense of
While the training
Singapore
continues non-stop into the wee hours of the morning, the men know that
is putting on this video series. So I don't know if this is a tame version just for the cameras or if it's even more brutal and intense. I don't know.
to survive the next 5 days, they need to pull themselves together and work as a team.
Naval divers are special breed of men. Okay, we only choose the best. I expect all of you to give your best and do your best. I expect all of you to make sure that no one is left behind. We will try our best to break you. You will not be broken because you will live by our motto, nothing stands in our way. Yes, sir! And welcome to Hell Week.
Gentlemen, you better shut up now.
I wonder if they do any log PT. The log PT is huge with the Navy SEALs during b.u.d.s, but we haven't seen any of the logs for these guys at least, so that probably sucks more than the boat PT.
Come down here, spend our time, put our families behind, so that we can train you, so that you can learn how to defend the land. I don't see any teamwork at all. How the f can we entrust you in the mission? This town then. Get moving, what the f you waiting for?
Already exhausted and reeling from the relentless early morning breakout, the men face yet another daunting task.
Yes, sir. Anybody want to come down? Total 5 laps.
The objective of their mission or evolution is to flip a tire some 100 meters and back. Sounds simple? Not when the tires weigh over 40 kilograms each.
So about 80, 90 pounds? Yeah, that's heavy.
As they get off to a quick start, exhaustion and lack of sleep starts weighing in. The tires get heavier with each flip. They know by now that orders can change, their mission can change.
Come on, Bolton! Whoa! Whoa! Come on, Bolton! We can do this! Come on, Bolton!
No matter how hard they pull, tug and push, they simply can't seem to meet the instructor's expectations.
Today is just day 1. I say again, today is just day 1. Show me this kind of motivation. Just standard. I don't think can cross up.
No turning back. We are in NDU for a reason. To prove to everyone that we're the best. If I want to be the best, rite of passage is to go through hell week. This is it.
There's one thing they want to do right now.
I just want to sleep.
And this is only day 1. It's just going to get worse.
We're the Frogman of the Navy!
The men are constantly tested on their ability to work as a team, meet the timings and complete the given tasks. When the going gets tough, the tough needs to be tougher, mentally and physically, and resist the freedom to quit. These men prove that it's going to take a lot more to make them quit.
Don't give up!
Naval Week is about team building, and if the diver trainees don't realize this by now, they're going to learn the hard way through one of the tough as nails instructors, Second Warrant Officer Teo Chi Wee.
You want us to make it tough? It's easy for us.
So if this was b.u.d.s training, they'd be doing all this stuff in the sand. So what was that white and blue flag exactly?
Hell Week is about it's just knowing themselves, how resistant they are, get support from the teammates, and know more about themselves and how they're going to work as a team to survive these crucial 4.5 days.
The only respite from the tough training is chow time, the time to eat. That in itself is an event, the chow run. The men will realize that they'll be pushed even harder to earn their food. With the heavy 76-kilogram boat above their heads, the men head to the parade square. Here, they're about to run some 2 kilometers with their boats lined up bow to stern with the others. With their hands tired, shoulders weak, and their necks starting to hurt, they have to keep going.
So in a previous episode, they called these guys soldiers, but they're in the Navy, so wouldn't they be sailors, or does Singapore not have an army? Can someone clarify that?
We'll go for one more round. Better pull up the 110%. 110 forward. One more.
Yes, instructor!
This gives the trainees an idea of how a mission can change in the thick of action. They have to put their disappointments aside and finish the race. During lunch, the very instructors who shouted down orders during the breakout and the morning training now serve food and drinks to the trainees. The men have earned it.
I like that first sergeant also.
It's been over 11 hours into Hell Week. It's been a steep learning curve for these diver trainees, but as they say, only the toughest will survive. It's been 3 days since the Hell Week breakout, and the effect of the tough training is starting to show. This severe test of sleep deprivation prepares the men for real-world missions, when divers may have to operate continuously for several days. And they're being pushed to the limits of their physical and mental endurance to see how much they can take.
Better, faster.
The instructors make sure of that.
It's either you guys catch up to me, or later on, we will go back to have more hammering.
They're also constantly given an opportunity to quit.
Anybody want to go home right now?
They got no reason to stop what they are doing now. And those who drop out, is probably they got no choice. Due to medical grounds, they have to drop it. The rest of the guys, they will finish the TBWs, and they will.
Now, I know the Navy SEALs can get recycled and attempt b.u.d.s multiple times. Is this the same with these guys? If you know, please drop it in the comments.
Everything on, swim cap on, mask, fin on, your boat level, go!
The dive instructors give their weary men an endless list of tasks to test their situational awareness and readiness and assess their teamwork.
Run to the jumping tower together. Jump down from the second platform. Swim back together. So start point over here. Okay? 3 rounds.
Reeling from lack of sleep and exhaustion, the men are almost numb to the punishing physical tasks. Their bodies go on overdrive as they try and finish each evolution as they come. And for those who struggle to find their footing, the instructors come down hard to test them to see if they buckle and head for the exit.
Your liability, a burden
He's
to the
right.
rest of them.
He needs to utilize proper technique by using his feet.
Use the outer left foot, bring over the rope.
If you think you're the one to put any more effort, I think you're wrong.
The responsibility of organizing the men lies with the team leader, and when he fails, the punishment is swift.
So if that's a team leader, who is the battle buddy that's with them? That's what I want to know.
Aren't you performing? You're not leading them.
I want another chance, sir.
You want another chance? A chance will be given to you for the next few hours. When you're under me, I'll make your life more difficult, understand?
Understand, sir?
And you feel humiliated, understand?
Yes, sir.
You feel like you cannot move, right?
Sir.
Now you got exactly 1 minute to get your out and organize the class and ready for next evolution.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he is tough as nails, as they said in the last episode.
By now, the men realize that without good teamwork, a mission will fail. And they're starting to learn to expect the unexpected, as plans and missions change by the minute. They're adapting and working well as a team. But what they're about to experience next will give a new meaning to mind over body.
Oh, this is not going to be good. I'm guessing it's going to be like cold water immersion or something.
As the men make their way to the next task, the instructors fill the boats with lots of ice and water. This evolution trains their endurance for cold and icy waters during operations. As they immerse themselves into the freezing waters, it shocks their system and overwhelms them.
Oh.
The only way to survive this is through team spirit and keeping each other motivated.
Oh, this is my worst nightmare right here.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
I wonder how long this lasts.
It's another easy day! It's another easy day!
Oh, he is fully submerged, just holding onto that ice.
You can do it.
Oh, damn. I don't know how long that actually lasts. As a medic, I can tell you they're not being fully immersed for more than a minute or two. I don't think, at least, because, I mean, that's when it gets dangerous and getting hypothermia.
This is not the end of it. The diver trainees move to the next station, where a fan blows into their half-naked bodies, amplifying.
I wonder how cold it is outside.
The only way to keep warm is to huddle close.
But I don't know what month of the year this is, so.
After the ordeal, the men are given 5 minutes to rest and reflect.
Do y'all remember right when how did our Hell Week start? The experience was something that I will treasure because it was with you guys. Am I right? Yeah. It's something that we always remember, guys. It's always ours to hold. And over the past few days, right, we've gone through like quite a lot also. I mean, come on, guys. It's not easy. They call it team building week, and it's also been dubbed Hell Week for a reason. It's not meant to be easy, guys, but we all have made it so far already. Am I right? Yes.
I wonder how much food they're given over the course of this.
Just want to done this few
and
hours.
I doubt they get more than 2 or 3 hours of sleep this whole Hell Week.
We are really damn tired.
So I know they're also pretty sleep deprived.
So yeah, all of us really enduring. Yep.
It's been a pretty rough day. They tried to break us down. So we had a point where one of the guys decided he wanted to quit. And I've never seen a response on the badge where everyone dropped whatever they were doing and everyone who surrounded him started cheering, started yelling for him. And we did one full 5-round chow run just for him.
Matthew Rohan.
It was a pretty amazing experience. So we're pretty psyched to finish, but at the same time,
he's one of my favorite
I think I'm gonna miss his experience.
Candidates. He's always motivated. We saw him in the last episode. He was just like motivating everyone as they were carrying, pulling the rope or whatever it was. Yeah, I like him.
These diver trainees have endured more than 4 days of Hell Week now. The toughest training in the combat diver course is coming to an end. And the men know it. Their faces show as they put pain aside and enjoy their favorite moment, chow time. This could well be the last time the diving instructors will be personally serving them food.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the commanders to secure us. We really don't have enough sleep.
Yeah, they've gotten almost no sleep the last 4 days. One thing I want to point out about the uniform is that woodland fatigue that they're wearing, it looks very similar to the U.S. Marines woodland pattern uniform actually. And if someone's not in the military and you want to know why we're seeing 2 different uniforms, most likely the white and gray uniform the instructors are wearing is their urban combat uniform, while the green one that the students are wearing are more for the woodland operations.
Everyone is them tired. Yeah, just
that's an understatement.
last few hours has been quite hectic. We did a lot of blow PT, ice bath, it's not me everything. Firstly, I get able to withstand 5 days and only 2 hours of sleep. It's quite amazing what our body can do.
If we kept going for a day or two more, I think I'd still survive. Because we have a strong boat crew. We have a boat crew that wants to finish, wants to keep going. And no matter how much it hurts, it ends. Eventually, everything finishes.
Just think positive, just do it.
They're still in good spirits.
But the training is far from over. By now, the men know that to complete an evolution, they need to stick together and work as one. But even then, for some, the endurance and the physical pain are just too much to bear. They have to really put their mind over body and go the distance.
Push together, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Up. Good job, guys. Good job. Hold up. Yeah. Put your body in front. Put your body in front. Yeah, eye contact.
As day breaks, the relentless punishing regime continues. There seems to be no end in sight. The men are extremely exhausted and at the brink of giving up. As they enter the parade square with their boats overhead, they're greeted by heavy machine gun fire. Could this signal the end of Hell Week?
No, it's not over yet.
Yes, sir! Okay, you bring your boat to the end of the parade square, 30 seconds, let's go. Show it to me that you want it to end. One more time, 30 seconds, go.
What are you hungry for? Anyway, you got the answer wrong for the first time. Okay, where send it?
They are really making them work for it.
Drop, push them out, push them out, push them out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Drop down, chase the enemy, quality, and begin a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Order pit, faster, hurry up.
Are you ready to go? Yes, sir! Get into the water.
Everybody go by the breaker. Hurry up, get into the water.
This day and this week is one of the toughest times that you have ever experienced in your whole life. There may be more tough times to come, but you know that you have the will and the spirit as a frogman to pull through tough times, and nothing stands in your way. Get back to the parade square to your boats.
They're still motivated. And I want to avoid a copyright claim, so I think the music so far has been great in all these episodes. It sets the mood, a good song choice.
Look where you are going. You make sure nobody leaves behind alone. Ready, go.
On your knees. I want you to cherish this moment. Because when you think that your bad time is going away and it's going to end, shit starts again. When you have finished your week, that's not the end. That's only the beginning. You will go on to learn more soldiering skills as a frogman. There is where the spirit that you have built, the teamwork,
They will develop the identity as a batch, as a class that keeps you going. Never fear, because you have the will and the spirit as a batch to pull through any adversities. Leave no one behind. Forward batch. Yes, sir! The Hell Week, secure.
Oh, he's giving out hugs. That is so sweet. Aww. It's an experience they'll never forget. See, that's the fun stuff right there. So I'm kind of disappointed that they're not going to show all this specialized training. However, it just might be top secret, so they don't want the general public to know about. I'm liking the music. It's giving the video a nice vibe.
It really builds and forges strong bonds between us, and when the going gets tough, we're always reminded to look to our left and look to our right. And when we see that our guys are doing the exact same thing, we know that we can do it as well.
Well said.
So I felt that it built me up a lot inside to prepare me for the future. It's a long journey, right? And my boat mates, they have pushed me through the course. Even though like how tough it is, like they make impossible become possible.
There's nothing that you cannot do. It's just whether you want to do it.
Do a good show. Right, it's your graduation.
On the first day they came to us 20 weeks ago, they were very raw. They were just a tadpole. And along the way, you know, with all this hard training, the confidence that built them up, especially the team building week, made them a better person. It grew along the way. And now I'm looking at it, 20 weeks has passed and these tadpoles have gone into a real frogman.
Oh, that just might be the coolest graduation ever. I mean, that is awesome. Oh my gosh. Wow, I can't imagine how proud they must be. Oh.
For the past 10 months, I have been always saying only one thing to my son. No matter what happens, do not give up. And I think he has done it beyond my expectation. I didn't expect him to actually graduate. But yeah.
You have to admit, that was kind of a burn that he said that out loud. But you know he's proud of him. So.
He has done it and I'm very proud of him.
The team spirit that they built up, you know, with among all the buddies is fantastic as well. I'm so proud of him. Really went through a lot and he really deserved it. And this few months of training is very good for him.
I've always, give him encouragement and.
I wish they told us the stats on these guys, like how many guys started and how many actually graduated. And imagine the attrition rate is about 50%, or maybe 60, 70. I don't know. The whole series was great. I mean, I really got a lot of insight into how hard this course actually was. These guys are elite in their special forces and they're well trained and they went through hell in this course. My respect to them. With that being said, I feel like the course was kind of like if the Navy SEALs put on a b.u.d.s summer camp. I don't mean that in a bad way, I'm just kind of just doing a comparison. After watching a documentary on the SEALs called b.u.d.s Class 254, it just feels like b.u.d.s is quite a bit more difficult than this course. When the candidates are going through b.u.d.s, they're constantly wet, sandy, and cold. Until next time, there's some videos floating around you can check out, and I would really appreciate a like and a subscribe. Thanks for watching.